It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It's Friday! Come on. Cheer, come on. Mr. Excitement here, come on.
Only 3 more days to work this week.
Boy, he's so excited.
Sometimes, right?
Every week.
Yeah. Get Sunday off.
Oh,
so it's 2 more
Friday, February 28th, 2020, 7 a.m. This would be the last day of February. If it wasn't for that .25 every 4 years.
days. It's okay.
It's all right.
Slip it in there.
Yeah, we'll slip it in there.
Yeah.
Don't be forgetting the .25.
It works.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to Down on the Corner. We got Paige Evans down here, Bob Reichman, Mr. Excitement down here. He's gonna do the trumpet today for the weather.
And Dale is, quite frankly, full of crap.
Well, Paige is gonna say it too. She's gonna help you out.
Whatever you think.
Anyway, then we got Paige Evans, Bob Reichman, myself, of course, David directing. Yeah. How you like that director's chair?
I enjoy it very much, really. I'm going to miss it when I'm gone.
Well, don't go.
I know, right?
Stick around, do it all there.
Anyway. It pays as good as a bad week at the car dealership.
You're right. That was good. That's it. Which is nothing.
Hey, need a new car? Go see David. He's over at Ultimate Ford. Go by there and get a nice Mustang, F-150, whatever it is. Give you a good plug there for Ultimate. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
I noticed the hat.
Yeah,
you mentioned the Mustang
Yeah.
the other day on the air, and I'm like, oh, he's got him a hat now.
Yeah, this is probably my 4th Mustang hat.
I like it.
That is just to cover the bulb.
Oh, yeah.
The shaven.
The shaving.
It's Sears time. It's nobody time.
Down on the Corner is
Sears.
brought to you by your hometown Sears store, 102962
It's Sears time.
East Highway, behind Wendy's, out in front of Physical Therapy Connection out there by Orslins. And can't say enough good things about the Sears store. Locally owned, corporate's in trouble, they'll fix that. But your hometown Sears store, appliances, home entertainment, lawn care, tools, what am I leaving out?
Preventive care maintenance.
Preventive care.
Maintenance care plans.
Yep.
They're going to have a customer appreciation sale coming up soon. JR is probably going to try to come on and talk to us about that. It's just, I've said it before, the nicest thing about the Sears now, and there was nothing wrong with the Sears before, but now is if you have it and it's broke, their motto is give us a call, we fix them all.
Yep.
So
Nice.
That's great.
That's
great.
what I like to do, too.
And Paige is a good example of hometown
It
business.
absolutely is. Yes.
It really is. I want to see it thrive. Sears been around for, since the
Long
1890s, 1870s, something like that. Man, we have to bring that catalog.
I know.
I've
I
got-
Oh, yeah,
mentioned
the
it.
catalog.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that too. With all
I've got the anniversary, the 100-year anniversary. I just found it the other day, and I've got them going back to the mid-'60s. I've got a few of them back to the mid-'60s. So televisions that barely fit in the room.
Very
I want to see
cool.
the color of the appliances.
Oh, gosh, copper tone.
Yeah.
well, the funny thing about Sears was, and people don't realize this, back in the day, way before our day, and you and I are about the same age, you could buy a house,
A car.
you could buy a car,
Yeah.
you name it,
Wow.
you could buy it at Sears, and this store here, I'm going to tell you, is close to that as possible, because if those guys can't find it in their store, they're going to get on the internet and find it for you.
Yeah.
And they'll buy it, have it shipped to them, and they'll help you get what
That's
you
good.
need.
I didn't know
That's
that.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Farmers used to, they relied on it. Remember the big mailboxes on the farm? That was because they were getting stuff through catalog order through Sears.
Never lived on a farm, so I don't remember those big
The only other place that Mountain Home has had like that I know of, and I've been here since '72, is Izzy Powell.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You could go in and see Mr. Izzy at his store, and I
Paige
won't mention
remembers
his brand, but at his store, and say, "Hey,
I
Mr.
love
Izzy,
that
I need
store.
this XYZ widget," and he said, "Don't have them. We can get them. Don't have them."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sure enough, a couple days later, he'd call you up, "Hey, Bobby, I got it for you. Let's go." So,
Yeah. All right.
Nice. All right.
Down on the Corner, brought to you by the local Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. Love Sears. Be sure to shop there this weekend. Customer appreciation sale coming up, right?
coming up, don't have the dates on it yet. He's out of town till Monday, so we'll find out Monday.
Sounds good. Plus, we're enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee, right, David?
Yes, sir.
Yes. 2 coffee drinkers here, 2 non-coffee drinkers here.
It's okay, more for us.
More for us.
Just what you
Some,
need.
there's just some people that just come out with natural energy.
There you go.
Him?
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
He's like a snail with a 4-barrel carburetor. I mean,
Poor Bob. They have beat him up all morning.
That's
wait till we get to the
He's gonna have
trumpet
to
for
go
the
to
weather.
counseling.
that's okay.
Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. They now have the Baxter Regional Lobby. It's very nice. It's all remodeled. Very nice coffee shop. It looks really, really good. And then, of course, you got Bomber Boulevard, which is 705. Is going to be a little bit busy. Then 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. The best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening. Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations. Be sure to visit them anytime today, tomorrow, throughout the weekend, and then Monday through Friday. Brewed Awakening Coffee. Hey, come by and have coffee with us. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive in Mountain Home. Where's that? Pizza Hut, Pizza Inn. We're north of there by the meat shop. Meat shop's right back here.
There are stipulations. You must have proof of insurance,
Life insurance.
Life insurance.
Life
yeah.
life insurance that the beneficiary is to be named.
And it's best to wear athletic shoes because you run laps around the building after you drink my coffee. Anyway, Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. And Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, it's not just a motto, it's how they do business. Very loving, caring, understanding people, very professional. You know, the death of a loved one, you're confused, hurt, don't know which way to run. What do I do now? Help. Go to Rollers. It's done.
They'll take care of it.
That's it. Go to Rollers. 29 in the state to serve you, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, whoever else is out there. Haven't met some of the staff out there in a while. And but anyway, and Bob had a client one time, a customer of his, says, Dale needs to talk about pre-planning. Correct. And so we talk about pre-planning. Talk to Rollers about pre-planning. Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Good to do. Helpful for all family members at that time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And when Mom passed November of 18, I had the papers I need. Here's what I've got. This is what I need. Sign here. Done. Perfect. Couldn't be better. So Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. I mean, when they say with all our respect, that's how they do business. It's not just a motto. It's how they do business. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, as we anticipate the arrival of spring, thoughts are already in the minds of farmers on whether or not they'll have a successful growing season. Of course, in Arkansas, we have rice, some corn, cotton, soybeans. Lord, whatever the crop, I pray for our farmers that they are successful. And the same in Missouri. From north to south in Missouri, I pray farmers celebrate great crops and record harvest this fall. Then we also have the farmers in cattle and poultry, and I pray for them for the same thing, for their success. Our farmers, the agriculture industry is the backbone of this country, and I pray you bless the farmers across the land and give them success this year. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing morning prayer each and every day with all respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
You're talking about the farmers. How many years ago was it they had so much snow up Colorado and northern Kansas that they had to go get the cows out of the snow because it was just.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh, it was.
They should have called Mike Bloomberg. He would
It
have
was
helped.
terrible. Oh yeah.
He knows what to do on the farm. Yeah.
Well, and the whole time I'm thinking global warming.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Mike would have brought him blankets. That would have been fine.
Yeah.
It'd been funny
throw a
if
blanket
he
on him.
probably gave him milk out of a 16, 17 ounce Coke jar with a straw, a plastic straw.
Cannot have 32. I'm sorry.
Can't have 32. Okay.
All right.
Morning weather. You ready? Trumpet.
You got it.
Oh, that,
Lip sync.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just put your mouth like that, Bob.
Told
That's
you
right.
before.
You were supposed to do it. I stole your thunder.
There's no thunder.
Monday.
Trust me, there's no thunder.
Lightning only happens when it's raining, right? Thanks, Stevie Nicks.
Oh yeah.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. Let me pull this up. They've won like so many awards this week. Pull up the right app here so I can find it. There it is right there. They won this prestigious C21 President's Award. They have the Pinnacle Service Award, and then they had the Centurion Team Award that combines into the C21 Presidential Award for Century 21 Real Estate in the corporate.
It's excellent.
Yeah, that's that's like getting on the highest mountain and then climbing the ladder. I mean, you can't get much higher than that. So anyway, the awards are amazing. The award-winning Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora at retiredtoarkansas.net. That's where we find the view of the White River today. Ooh, wow.
They got a sneak peek while you're
Oh, yeah, I bet you did.
I did.
Director's
I did.
privilege.
I did.
Yeah, hiding it from us.
That's beautiful.
You're looking into Cotter, Arkansas, Baxter County across the White River from Marion County. The Highway 62-412 bridge to the left. Cotter, Arkansas, right in the middle of the screen. One of our fine little towns. Love Cotter, Arkansas. Fine folks down there. The clearing right there is the baseball park, the railroad museum, the picnic area, and of course the beautiful White River and the sunrise over the river. Wow, what a shot! Isn't
Yes,
that
it
something?
is.
Now, if you're watching from outside the area, perhaps in Missouri, I got friends. I think I just got a text from one of my friends in St. Louis this morning. And you're thinking about retiring, so this is our backyard right here. I mean, this is,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Views like that.
this
you
is,
can,
this
you
is,
can own it.
you come on down.
Yeah.
Check out retiredarkansas.net or call the Z team at 870-405-0793. And y'all are the same age as I am up there in St. Louis and St. Clair County, Illinois. Come on down. Southern Missouri, Northern Arkansas, whatever it may be. Have some fun. You know, the Z team's ready to serve you in both states, from Marshall, Mountain Home, Mountain View, Arkansas, to Gainesville, Dora, West Plains. The team is ready. Call them 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Morning weather brought to you by the Z team. I'm showing 33 degrees right now in Mountain Home, 35 at Flippin, 31 at Harrison, 35 in Yellville, 30 at Salem, 33 at Calico Rock, Mountain View at 39. St. Louis is at 27, 38 at Poplar Bluff, 30 at West Plains, Branson 32, 25 in Watford City, North Dakota. They've had springtime all winter up there.
It's been nice.
Yeah, 5 more degrees will be in the swimming pools up there. Not much going on the radar. A little bit around Ogden, Utah. Snow, no, that's Salt Lake. That ain't even rain. Well, let's see. Nashville, Murfreesboro getting a little bit. Northern Alabama, northeast Mississippi. A little bit of snow from Cedar Rapids down into around Springfield, Illinois. Other than that, not much going on. All the highways in Arkansas are clear. 62-412 east-west, 65 north-south. 63 Jonesboro all the way down to the center, south center part of the state. We've got Highway 67, 167, Batesville, Poplar Bluff. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, and 530 at Pine Bluff. No problems. A little bit around Columbia, Missouri on I-70 between Kansas City and Columbia. Other than that, we're in pretty good shape there. I-35, 49, 44, 70, 55, and 57. I don't even know that's hitting the ground up there around Columbia. And then you can see the shower activity around the Nashville, Murfreesboro area over in Tennessee. That affects I-40, I-24, and I-65 right now. Not too bad. We have a little bit of a flood watch box. Southern Illinois, southern Indiana, western Kentucky, western Tennessee, northern Mississippi, and northeast and east central Arkansas. All the way down south of the Memphis, West Memphis area. I think once I got back from China, that cough would get better.
He's kidding, folks. It's just a joke.
For today, sunny and 53. Tomorrow, sunny 59. Sunday, 61. 30% chance of showers. We low ranges from 32 to 46. Then low Sunday night. The low Sunday night is 53 degrees.
Excellent.
Let's open the windows and stick 1 foot out for the night, you know?
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Sunday night, we have showers likely. Moves into Monday. Slight chance of thunderstorms. High of 68 on Monday.
Right.
Yay. Monday night, wow. Tuesday, we got rain coming.
And understand, this is the same guy that'll come. God, I'm ready for it to cool out. It's awful hot outside.
No.
Yeah. Just whichever way the wind blows.
I think we've all done that a time or two.
It's awful hot. I love it.
It's hot. I'm ready
I
for it to
know,
be
and then
cool.
you're like-
Well, I mean, come on. When you have like 18 days where it's 95 degrees, that the humidity just staggers you.
It will. Yeah.
But we've had a decent winter though. We can't complain.
No, not to this point, but oh my.
Back when your dad was county
It
judge, I
was-
bet he'd pray for
Yeah.
winters like this where he didn't have to plow the roads every 5 minutes. Check the drought monitor in Arkansas. Everything is good. Look at that. No drought situations in Arkansas. Kind of hard to have a drought when you have a flood.
It only took 2 months of rain for it to finally get rid
And
of it.
Missouri's been good all the way since January 1st and 2nd, and it's just,
Yeah.
but Arkansas had that southwest corner there for the longest time, but in good shape. Hopefully the farmers get the crops out, it's just, like they said, the groundhog said early spring. Man, I've been over at Kennett, Missouri and places like that. There's been times where, my goodness, it'd be late March, early April, and they're just turning the fields over there. Anyway, morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. retiredarkansas.net. Real quick, there's a spaghetti supper on March 7th from 4 to 7 at the Northeast Lakeside Fire Department. Come and enjoy a nice spaghetti dinner. Adults $8, senior discount $7, children 10 and under are $4. Then Cotter Volunteer Fire Department on the same day from 5 to 7. Okay, you can go eat spaghetti from 4 to 5 at Northeast and then run over to Cotter at 5 and have chili at the Cotter School cafeteria.
Might be a recipe for
There-
disaster.
there
Stop
you
by
go.
Walgreens on the way back, get some Rolaids.
$5 for the chili. Children under 12, $3. This is at the Cotter Volunteer Fire Department Chili Supper Auction, March 7th at Cotter Schools. Look at that, 7:15 and a half.
Excellent.
Community news. Last night, there was a town hall meeting regarding the
That's
community
right.
center / aquatic center / rehabilitation center / About 150 people showed up. I will tell you that it's becoming well accepted by the people in the city.
Yay!
There has been, out of all the people that spoke last night, two people that lived in the city, husband and wife team, spoke against it. The rest that lived in the city spoke for it. And probably 3 people from the county were brave enough to stand up and say, I don't like this because it's going to raise my taxes. Folks, you're talking 0.75.
Yeah.
75 cents on 100
On a sales tax?
sales tax.
And here's a good point, Bob. When you have something like that, it brings people in from other cities.
Exactly.
It's like when we were doing, Paige, you remember the World Series that came through? I think that we were up somewhere between 12 to 18% on sales tax revenues.
Yeah.
And it goes back, and what this is, it brings people into the
Yeah.
city, and it
That's a
helps
good thing.
they're not living here, they're not,
But they're spending.
but
here.
they're spending, so
They
we
can
like
go
their
home.
money, so it's
Right.
They
like,
can go home
You know,
after
and-
they've spent their money.
And
Right?
part of the deal is, look at the facility as they have it designed. Will it be built exactly that way? I don't know. But what the proposal is, they said last night that you could sit down in a banquet style dinner as many as 700 people.
good,
Very nice.
good.
So you look at the outlying schools in the area that now take a trip to Branson to do their proms,
Yeah.
they could come to Mountain Home.
There you go.
See, that's,
These boat manufacturers that have their dealer meetings in
Yeah.
Branson or in Springfield, not here, they could have those here. It's not, well, why do we have to do all this stuff for the kids? Blah, blah, I don't have kids. Well, guess what? It's not all about the kids. It's about the community.
exactly.
They will be having a city council meeting on Tuesday.
Thursday.
It will, Thursday or Tuesday?
Thursday's our council meeting.
Thursday on 5. Thursday the 5th.
Yes, Thursday the 5th.
Thursday the 5th, at the council chambers, they will bring it up again, and they will have it on the agenda to vote for the council to have it on special election, I believe.
I think it's a good thing.
It passed.
Get there, and
Sales tax don't bother me a bit.
if you get there,
Not for something
have some
like that.
questions. Give up a pack of cigarettes and support your town.
There you go.
All right, time for a break. Paige Evans, our guest today. Stick around, be right back.
It is my honor to endorse Nelda Speaks for re-election to District 100.
Nelda Speaks has been a long-time voice for conservative values in her district, over 30 years of experience, and we are grateful to have her here in Little Rock.
She is a fierce little lady.
She's an individual that when she starts speaking about a subject or something like that, you're going to stop what you're doing and you're going to listen to her.
She commands attention because she's done her homework, she's well versed in the pros and cons, and I know that she puts a lot of time and effort into her decision making, and we need her back.
She is a fierce lady. She stands very solid on her principles and conservatism in the Republican Party.
Nelda is a conservative through and through. She doesn't waver in her efforts. She fights hard for her district, whether it's a city or a county.
A few words that I think of when I think of Nelda Speaks is a compassionate leader.
Setting by her my freshman year was one of the best things that ever happened to me. And I sit by her in education now, and she is a great resource.
Nelda makes sure that while we're here at the Capitol, we don't forget the Republican Party platforms that made this state great.
You can count on Representative Speaks to honor and defend her district and represent them well in the House of Representatives.
One thing about Nelda, you can always depend on her for her conservative values.
Nelda Speaks has a soft voice, but a very powerful voice for conservative values in Little Rock.
You are lucky to have Nelda Speaks in your corner in Little Rock.
I would encourage you to vote for her in the upcoming elections.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
My name is Paige Dillard Evans, and I want to be your Arkansas State Representative for District 100. Mountain Home's my hometown. I grew up here. It's where I graduated high school, and I've been very close with the community ever since. And as your Arkansas State Representative, I want to assure you that I'll be your voice, that I will hear the needs that are important to you, and to go and represent them to the best of my ability, and not the special interest of Little Rock. My name is Paige Dillard Evans, and I'm asking for your vote on March 3rd.
Take a step back. Now, wait a minute. You said we're coming back in 6 seconds, and you started counting down from 4.
Yeah.
What happened?
That 2 seconds is
silent. He had to take the breath.
I agree. The 5 was silent.
Next time we will not even get a warning. We're coming back.
That's happened before.
We're back live.
Trust me, that works.
That works.
It gets your attention.
Paige Evans is here. How you doing?
I'm
Good
wonderful.
to see you. Yeah.
Good seeing y'all.
Yep. All right. Microphone and cameras are all yours.
Oh gosh, it's
So,
just that's how quick it is.
I tell you. Just
Well, here I've got some questions.
Yes.
Who is, for the people that don't know, who is Paige Dillard Evans?
Who is Paige Dillard Evans?
She's sitting right here.
That's me.
Where are you from? Where were you raised? Are you married? Do you have kids?
Oh well, I am. I'm from
Some
here.
folks don't know this.
Some folks don't know it. Well, I am from here. This is where I grew up. I was fortunate that when I was 13 months old, my parents adopted me, and they lived in this great town. And like I said, I grew up here. I graduated from Mountain Home High School here.
What year?
1991.
Okay.
Thanks, Bob. You're telling how old I am.
That's okay.
Let me calculate.
Sometimes that doesn't matter anymore, and this is one of those times.
It's once you hit that over 40-something mark anyway. Yeah.
It's
so
40-something.
Yeah. I graduated from high school here and went on to school at Harding University for a little while and came back home. I didn't like being away from my family, and I'm a big family person, and came back, went to school at ASU Mountain Home, and married shortly after that. Married a police officer here in town, Mountain Home Police Department, and we were I don't know, about a year after marriage, he became an Arkansas State Trooper. So moved over to East Arkansas for a few years, and then we were able to come back as close as we could. We wanted Baxter County, but that was always a hard place to get.
They all want Baxter County.
Every state trooper wanted Baxter County, and so we were able to move over into Marion County, and we made Marion County our home for about 20 years. And our kids grew up there. I have 2 sons, Austin and Seth, and my son's Austin's wife, Hannah, 24, and Seth will be 21 at the end of this of March.
Wow. Both your boys graduated from Flippin?
They both graduated from Yellville.
Yellville, okay.
Mm-hmm. They both graduated from Yellville, played basketball there, were very involved, and that's where I was very involved with the community there as well. I've been I guess to talk about a little bit of my work experience. I began with the insurance industry. I received my insurance license and worked for some different insurance companies over the years at the beginning of motherhood. And then, of course, the boys began to go to school, and there were events, and there were, 3 years apart. And so, you got them at 9 and 12, and there was just things all the time. So I was fortunate to stay at home, but we had a lawn care service, a landscaping and lawn care service. So I ran that business kind of on the side for about 15 years. I volunteered in the communities. I've always been a big volunteer. Anything that I could do, I wanted to try to help people in the community. Good things were happening, and I wanted to try to help them. So one of the things particular was the American Cancer Society had a Relay for Life event, and I had friends that I had went and been a part of their events in different communities. And so I thought, you know what, Marion County needs a Relay for Life event. We have a lot of people affected by cancer. We had lost some really well-known people in the community. And so I held our first year event there as a volunteer and as a chairperson. And we raised the largest amount per capita in our county.
Wow, that's good.
Had an amazing event, and they came and recruited me to work for the American Cancer Society. So I covered an 8 or 9 county area for the American Cancer Society, the Mid-South Division. And so I did that, worked for them. I worked for the Marion County Hometown Health as a tobacco-free coordinator there locally. And so I've just always, wherever I've been, I've enjoyed being a part of the community, serving the community in whatever way that I can. And so unfortunately, a few years ago, about 3 years ago, I divorced and I came back to Mountain Home, my hometown, and this is where I'm at. I've enjoyed living here, became very active here as well as soon as I moved back here. I'm a city council member. I've been a city council member now for about 14 months. And, serve on the board of Serenity, the domestic violence shelter. So we all know that's a very important part of our community, a very good service. Serve on the Kiwanis board, a Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce.
What do you do in your spare time?
I attend Real Life Church, and
So what's your thoughts on the with all your volunteer at Cancer Society and all that, the drug situation? Whether it's the prescription drugs. Jamie Leach comes in from the hospital about every 6 weeks, and we follow up with some stuff. And time before last, Senator Flippo was here as well, the legislative part of it and then the medical part of it. Just your thoughts on what's going on. I mean, 7 out of 10 applications right now for employment, I'm sorry you can't pass the drug test.
Yeah, we talked about this the last time I was here, and that was one of the stories I heard from the Mountain Home Chamber, was that, a lot of times it's not the fact that we're needing more jobs, it's that we need to find employable people. And so there's definitely a concern of that in Baxter County. There's a concern for that across the state of Arkansas. So, yes, whenever I worked for ACS and then also with the Marion County Hometown Health, the tobacco-free, of course, that issue was addressing tobacco abuse. But as I was in with the school system and talking with those kiddos in the Marion County school system, whether it be from Bruno or Yellville or Flippin, at that time, it was already beginning to become prevalent. And there was those things that, as I would visit with the kiddos, you could get an understanding that it was not just tobacco, it was going over into experimenting with other things. So, I don't know if there's a particular answer for it. The opioid crisis that we've got going on is something that concerns me. I know that we will have those settlement dollars. We're going to be looking at at that litigation very soon. I think maybe the end of the year. So the state, similar to what Oklahoma has done, that the state's going to be receiving those settlement dollars, and we need to, have a plan in place about where those are going to go. Maybe a recovery center here. There's no reason, and the way that we're looking at things is that, we need to try to get something out there to help these people. I don't know what the answer is, but there is a problem.
Can there be an answer? I mean, Bob, he's involved in football and the wrestling and some of the, I mean, what do we do, Bob? I mean, you've seen it with
until we get back to having 2-parent homes. I believe, I truly believe
that's
got a
it,
lot to do
with
with the problems that we have.
It is.
Those children, the young people are looking for something to comfort what they think is broke, and it starts at home.
It does.
I agree. Wow.
So I got to go back to this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What territory does District 100 cover?
Let me pull it up.
It includes basically the majority of northern Baxter County. It's not Gassville, it's not Cotter. You'll go down Denton Ferry Road, it'll be the north side of Denton Ferry Road, and then it'll be like north of 126, Whiteville. You're going to go all the way to the Fulton County line, you're going to go all the way to the Missouri border, and then you're going to go to the Marion County Promised Land Oakland line right up there. So you won't go down into 201 South out Buford. It won't go. Matter of fact, the line on 201 South where Shed Hopper Bypass is, if you go 201, as you're going up the hill where King Ready Mix used to be, I don't know, right there on the left. It's Mountain Home Concrete now.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was King Ready Mix when I was growing up, maybe. Anyway, Mountain Home Concrete. That road, Cherry Tree Lane, is the divider of the district.
Okay.
And that is the road I grew up on. It's the road that I lived, I walked. Yeah, there we go. There it is.
Okay.
So, yeah.
This is your crazy district.
It is your crazy district
Where the
map.
little cursor is right here. See if I can bring it up just a little bit more.
Yeah.
But right here is District 100. This would be, this is 100. This is 100 here, or this is 99. This is 100. But yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but they base it upon population. So the way that they had to probably look at that is, again, each area is based upon about 20-something thousand, 29,000 per district is the way, if I'm remembering correctly. It's in the 20,000 mark. So yeah, the cool thing about District 100 is the fact that it's just Baxter County. So the deal is that there's one county judge, there's one sheriff, there's actually one public school system, there's a private school, a Christian school system, and then there's the homeschool network. So it's a very unique area, because if you go into those other districts, you've got bits and pieces of different counties. So as a state representative, it would be, I believe that
So this is following the White River here?
Yes, that's following the White River right along there, that area. So yeah, so that's the cool thing about District 100 is that you don't have 2 or 3 county judges. You don't have 2 or 3
what
sheriffs.
is the little blurb down the?
That's Denton Ferry. That's that Denton Ferry area down there.
Right here? Barely see the cursor right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lakeview and then Denton Ferry kind of goes is the one all the way down there, kind of scoots
So
down.
is that 100, that whole little circle? I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Yep, they probably had to look for a few more people, and that's the way they did it.
Actually, they just close their eyes and start marking the map.
Yeah, because you look. There's a little bit of that down there in a few
Send
of those.
a red pen to Little Rock and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
We thought the roads to Little Rock were curvy.
Need to take a break. 7:33. Be right back. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
We all have common conservative values. We want good things for our community. We want our taxpayer dollars to be spent wisely. As an Arkansas State Representative, I bring those characteristics to the table to be able to have tenacity, to have perseverance, and to be able to be willing to work for you in a way that maybe we've had some missed opportunities in the past, and now I believe that I can go out and work for those things and bring them back to our community. My name is Paige Dillard Evans, and I'm asking for your vote on March 3rd.
When you think about hospitals,
736, visiting with Paige Dillard Evans, candidate for seat 100, state representative seat 100.
That's it.
I take seat 46. Hey,
That's
you know,
it.
I heard in the first segment a lot about your volunteer work with the American Cancer Society and the tobacco deal in Marion County. Where do you think you got the drive to do so much community service?
Well, I was raised by two amazing parents. I was fortunate to watch my father serve for about 35 years. He started his service in the Mountain Home School Board, and I was a young girl at that time, probably 7 or 8, I believe, when he did that. And then, of course, he went on to be county judge for, I think, about 14 years. But and then on to many other. He was director of Office of Emergency Services for the state, and he was our mayor. He's been a member of the city council, a member of the Quorum Court. So I've watched him serve in a way. So I was out knocking doors when I was 9 or 10 years old. But while I was knocking doors and campaigning for him, while he held those positions, I would watch him. I would watch how he served. I would be a part of that. I would go to meetings with him. I would go to fish fries and the spaghetti suppers, and I would sit and I would watch.
Or
and
pie auctions.
Pie auctions.
How many pies have you bought over?
Yes, yeah, and he would let me buy.
They're probably still in the freezer from 30 years ago.
So yeah, I watched him do that, and then I watched my mother as a wife of a public official, and my mom has a servant's heart as well. We were going to the nursing homes when I was 7, 8, 10, 12. We were going to the nursing homes on a regular basis, visiting with folks, part of the church ministry, and so I believe I just grew up in a house of people with servants' hearts. And I'm very thankful that has been passed on to me, and it's just who we are. So yeah.
So when you get to the state legislature, what's your platform? You got the board and nails ready to go? What's your biggest? The people of this district's my platform. They are going to dictate what it is that I need to go down there and do. And one of the very first things that I would like to put in place is a monthly town hall meeting. I believe there's a disconnect between Little Rock and District 100. I believe that the people feel like they need to be heard. I don't have all the answers. I don't have a plan in place in regards to what it is that I'm going to go down there and do specifically, but I do know that as I begin to hold those monthly town hall meetings, that the platform will begin to evolve. There are some very good, it's the people's agenda. It's not anything that I have in place. Now, I know there's certain important things right now in the education system. There's the issue with the opioid settlement dollars that I believe that I'll have a very good grip on. That's something I've been talking about since I first announced for this candidacy.
there's some issues within the foster care system. There's a law called Garrett's Law that I would like to see readdressed. I believe was very good whenever it was put in place, but I think that if we strengthen that law and put some more teeth into it, that we would see that some of our children that are put into that system, that they would be protected earlier on.
Yeah.
And so that's a particular area as well. I'd love to be able to see some more taxpayer dollars come back to our area. I think we're missing out. So there's a handful of things, but I want to listen to the people.
When the governor was here, he says, "Okay, Dale, I got a question for you," because he knows I fuss about the roads a lot. And you helped me with the bridge thing with KY3 when Caitlin came out. You and Scott Flipper were out there when we did the bridge thing. The highway department answers to nobody.
Exactly. Yeah, that's.
I've talked to several people. In fact, I'm going to go down and talk with either Tim Griffin or John Thurston. I want to see a ballot initiative by November 22nd, so they answer to the lieutenant governor. They need a boss. You get one snowflake in Little Rock, you got 18 trucks going down there to clear that snowflake. We got 18 inches up here, and we have to wait till Little Rock gets cleared. I don't care about Little Rock.
Yes. Well, and I think that's where
I don't.
Well, I think that's where you need a very effective state representative, and that you need someone that's able to go down there and talk to those people, have a good relationship with the highway department. How the people decided that years ago, I've always questioned that. I wondered, why did they take the state highway department, and I believe also the Game and Fish? Those are the two entities that are not
It was a proposal by the citizens somewhere in 1992 or 94. Yes. They answered to the legislative body, the Senate and the House. But the people that were there 30 years ago aren't there anymore. So nobody knows about it but them. And so you want something done, too bad. And of course, Scott Bennett's retiring. They got somebody else from Northwest Arkansas. But here's what I told you.
We've got there's a female, and I can't think of her name right now.
I can't either. But anyway, when the governor was here, I said, "Governor, here's what I would do. Go to West Plains, Missouri, drive Highway 63 to Rolla with the alternating passing lanes at 60 miles an hour. You're not, Deanne Vault had this law passed about the 55-mile speed limit. You can't do it up here. Highway Department says, no, we can't do that. They don't have to listen to the laws that y'all passed down there.
Yeah, we need to. There definitely needs to be to address that. But yeah, I'd love to see some things like that happen. And I think that, I feel like I have that proactive nature. I've watched over the years about how this community has grown, what it has taken to create Baxter Regional Medical Center when it used to be Baxter General. The people that work together to make good decisions to allow that facility to grow and to turn into what it is today. And also with ASU Mountain Home, I remember when it was Mountain Home Technical College, and what it took and for it to become ASU Mountain Home, and we had some amazing people that have worked very hard. So, I've seen how those things have happened, and
but think about we've got I'm thinking of Bruce Emerson in Piatt, Arkansas. Turkey farmer. Okay, transportation is a big thing. I was talking to a friend of mine that was a truck dispatcher in Rogers. I said, okay, if you've got a truck going from Rogers to Jonesboro, what's your route? I-49 to 40, all the way across the middle of the state, then cut back north, because they avoid Fayetteville, Mountain Home, Imboden, Hardy, because they said every downshift costs us so much, we can only run about 34, 35 miles an hour. Where you get on 49 to 40, it's 70 miles an hour way across the state.
Roads are very important, roads and infrastructure, and that's something that I watched my dad do as a county judge. I think that more roads and more bridges were built and maintained when he was county judge. I think the same as mayor. I've seen how they've had the additions to these streets in Mountain Home. We've got the 16th Street addition. You've got this street right out here with Arkansas, the way they connected it with that. There's been those things are important to me, and that's what makes communities grow. It's what makes them thrive, and so definitely feel like there's a need for better infrastructure and roads up in this area on the state level. So,
but then now you've got the agri. My morning prayer is about agri. You've got Northeast Arkansas that's mainly crops, rice. You've got corn and cotton. And of course, you get down in the Delta area, around West Memphis. But then you got the poultry farmers. What's your thoughts on making sure our farmers have what they need? Because that's going to be a lot of your thoughts. Well, I never thought about turkeys or chickens or cattle. I mean, he's running cattle.
Exactly.
He's got chickens.
Yes.
I mean, But
yeah, and again, I
how
think,
do we make sure they stay successful?
well, I think that that's where that dialogue, you know, you need to have a constant dialogue with the people that are in your community. So
Yeah.
that's, again, where that monthly town hall meeting, where there will be a place for, and not just that, but I'll be reaching out to organizations, finding out what it is that's making it, what's making it hard for you to do business in Arkansas as a cattle farmer, as a poultry farmer. What are the areas that you need to see better? What would make it easier? What's making it hard, and to address those things, because if it's making it easier or hard here in District 100, then it's happening over throughout the state. And again, I feel like I have the proactive nature. I have the ability to listen and to let people know that they're being heard, and then I like to go to work to make things happen. I don't like to just sit and talk about it. I want to have a plan. I like to get a plan in place. I think that we need a plan. We've been behind the 8 ball in District 100 for a very long time, and I think that it would be great to be able to go to the people of this district at the beginning of next year of 2021 and say, this is what our plans are for District 100 down in Little Rock, and this is what I'm going to do to try to make those things happen, and go down there and do it. Now, all of it can't happen. I know sometimes plans get changed, but people fail people perish for lack of plan and for lack of vision, and we need a vision for this area.
And with that, we're going to take a break. 7:45.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life, while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
I support Paige Dillard Evans just because of the experiences that I've had with her in working in the city council and city government. Her enthusiasm, her excitement, and her willing to press for change, to speak openly about how she truly feels and the changes that are needed, and not be afraid to step forward and represent the people that she represents. It's really that simple. And I feel that she'll take that same drive to Little Rock as she represents us in District 100. And that's why I'm going to vote for Paige Dillard Evans for state representative.
I've known Paige for a lot of years. I even worked alongside her when we were young. So I know her incredible work ethic and character. I believe we need someone who won't get lost in the politics of the state capitol and will fight the good fight for us. I believe she'll make our voices heard down there, and she'll always do the right thing. I believe it's time for a change, and I believe Paige will bring honesty, integrity, and common sense back to Little Rock. She's one of the most caring and compassionate individuals I know, but yet she's not afraid to stand up and speak out and fight the good fight for us all. I'm Tink Albright. I'm Justice of the Peace in Baxter County, and I'm also a Baxter County native. I wholeheartedly support Paige Dillard Evans for State Representative for District 100, and I hope you will as well.
I've known Paige Dillard Evans pretty much most of my life, and having somebody local that I feel like I can go to and talk to about things that we need in this community, she's that person. As a firefighter, I don't believe the current person in there has had in mind some of the needs of what we want. With Paige running and being in office, I know where her values lie, so I feel safe in saying I will vote for Paige Dillard Evans.
I've known Paige since the early 2000s. She was the most dynamic leader that we had for the American Cancer Society as an area representative. And I'm just excited about the possibility of Paige becoming our new representative. I think she will join the forces right now in Mountain Home that are so exciting. It's time for some new dynamic leadership around the area to help Mountain Home have a new future.
$7.50, and we're visiting Paige Dillard Evans, candidate for seat 100, state representative, state of Arkansas, and you've got something you need to say, so we're going to put the camera on you and let you talk.
Yes, I want to give a correct bill number. The Senior Center Meals on Wheels program that's been discussed, I've been discussing it for a while since I first announced my candidacy, and it was an issue that my opponent, Nelda Speaks, had voted to cut the funding for the Senior Center Meals on Wheels program. I had put House Bill 1584 on my mailer, and I had also posted that on Facebook. I don't know if many of you all have tried to navigate through the process of looking for House bills or Senate bills or acts, but there's a lot of government red tape, and it doesn't make sense a lot of times. You can go in and pull up a House bill, and then the next year the House bill will be something different, because once it becomes an act, those House bills are used over and over. So this Senior Center Meals on Wheels funding cut was in a bill called the Revenue Stabilization Bill. And when I initially did the research for that, I pulled it up and wrote down revenue stabilization and didn't put down, and put the bill number down. So when I went and pulled that back up, that was it. It was 1584 at that time. The Meals on Wheels program was cut. The bill was in the 89th General Assembly. It was House Bill 1124, and the funding was at $2.7 million. I have the bill here, right here. So it was $2.7 million for House Bill 1124 for the 89th General Assembly. In the 90th General Assembly, it actually was House Bill 1133 of the 90th General Assembly, and the funding amount was $2.4 million. So there was a $300,000 cut, and I actually believe there was actually more than that, but I think a lot of that had to do with some federal funding as well. There's also news articles that you can pull up on the internet that shows that funding cut. So the issue is not the cut. The issue was with the wrong bill number, and the bill number was 1133, and this is the voting record, and my opponent Nelda Speaks voted for House Bill 1133, which was the cut in funding. So again, the House Bill 1584, when I Googled it, it was the first thing that popped up for the revenue stabilization, and that bill was actually the 2017 revenue stabilization bill. So again, it's
2017. You said
2017 was the revenue stabilization bill, was House Bill 1584. So I don't know. Have you ever tried to go in on?
Oh, yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult because you have to go. And one of the things is those House bills are used again every year. They're used for different subjects. Or with the deal with the revenue stabilization, it's a yearly process, and that bill number will change each year. So the correct bill again was House Bill 1133. It became Act 193, and there was a cut. Nelda Speaks did vote for it. It was a senior center Meals on Wheels, the Senior Center Meals on Wheels program. So I wanted to clarify that. She has called me a liar. And I'm a very fact-driven person. That's what I have dealt with this whole election. I have tried to stay on the issues. I have been attacked with my character. She has brought up many other things that are not related to this election at all, and I have stayed in my lane in regards to the issues. I have asked for her to debate me on numerous occasions, to discuss the issues in one location for the voters and for the people of this district, and she has refused. And I just believe that as a state representative, as a Mountain Home City Council member, you are employed by the people that you work for, that have elected you, and that you should be willing to discuss the issues at any time with anyone. And if we would have been able to do that, I think that these things could have been brought out and discussed and done appropriately. And again, I wanted to correct that misprint.
Here's a big question that comes to mind. It's well known that your dad, Joe Dillard, was the county judge and the mayor of Mountain Home and served in various different positions throughout the state. As a Democrat.
Yes, sir.
What is a Dillard Democrat?
A Dillard Democrat. I heard that on a commercial, and I can't quite understand that. My father was county judge, I think until about 94, and he ran as a Democrat back in those days. It was from 83 to 94, 81 to 94. So, years ago, back in that time, the state of Arkansas was pretty much Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
That was the way it was. And if anyone has kept it on top of the political nature of how Arkansas has how it has evolved, that is what the county was pretty much Democrat at that time. And but the deal is that though he's one of those old time Democrats, he's 77 years old. So, that's his choice. I am Paige Dillard Evans, and I am a Republican. I have been taught very conservative values in my home, both morally, financially, and personally. They have taught me that you work for what you want, that you have your own personal responsibility. They've taught me to be physically, financially sound, and that you are to contribute to your community. Again,
and when
that
you
service.
Screw up, you own it.
And when you make a mistake, or when you have, especially you've made a misprint, the issue is still the same. That the issue is still that she did what she did, but I was going to, I want to correct that and let folks know the correct bill number. But yeah, you own up to your mistakes. We are, you serve with humility, you serve with compassion. So that is what I guess a Dillard Democrat might be. And again, I know that there's a negative connotation with the word Democrat today, and I think that all of us are concerned on the national level for sure, and you see it on the state level. But years ago, like I said, locally, you had the most amazing people serving this community, and they all ran as Democrats. I mean, you've
and your
been
dad's
here.
still a fine friend.
Well, and it's almost like it's hard for me to even comprehend, because I've kidded with him for years, and I say, Dad, you're a Republican. You're a Republican, but
admitting it is one thing.
Well, this is the deal. When he was young, he's 77 years old. He comes from a family of 3 boys. Their father was extremely sick when he was
Really?
Younger. His 2 younger brothers, he took care of them. But there are certain things in their family that they were able to survive because of some programs that were in place, the services in that, and he remembers that. And he is very thankful for that, and it kept their family afloat. And he's become the man. He was the man that was out there picking up walnuts, bringing them home to his mom to take care of his 2 younger brothers. That was that day and time. So I think that it's really sad that people would bring up and do it in light and put my father's name in a light that might have anything negative that would have anything to do with that. So again, I'm very proud of how I was raised, and I think that again, this is something that should not even be an issue. I'm going to say this, that my opponent, Nelda Speaks' father, was just as much Democrat as my father was, and she has become a Republican. She is a Republican. She's in her 70s. I'm a Republican. I'm in my 40s. By the time that I'm at 70-something years old, I will be a Republican as long as she has been. So I think that this needs to stop, and I'm tired of it.
One more minute.
Very good.
One more minute. You're doing good.
One more thing.
Well, okay, so I want to end on positive because that's who I am. I think, again, this community deserves, this community, we need to get together. That's what I try to do. That's what I try to do in my home, with my family, with my friends. I like to get people together to do the common good for common people, the greatest good for the greatest number. My passion is this community. My heart is this community. Again, I don't have all the answers, but I do know that I have the willingness to serve you and to respect your beliefs, your thoughts. We may not always agree, but we can respectfully disagree, and I believe that together we can accomplish great things. And I would appreciate your vote for Arkansas State Representative.
Vote today, Monday, and Tuesday.
Yes.
Got to run. 10 seconds to go. See you Monday.